Welcome to our pre-final exam video tutorial. In this tutorial, we will be discussing advanced object-oriented programming concepts and how to implement them using NetBeans IDE. We will start by explaining the basic concept behind each topic and then move on to demonstrating how to use them in a real-world scenario using NetBeans. Method overloading of constructors refers to the ability to have multiple constructors with the same name in a class but with different parameter lists. In this example, the myClass class has two constructors, one that takes two int parameters and one that takes one int parameter. The first constructor sets the values of x and y to the values of the parameters, while the second constructor sets the value of x to the value of the parameter and the value of y to 0. When creating an instance of myClass, you can use either constructing depending on the information you have available. In the main method, two instances of myClass are created, one using the first constructor with two parameters, and one using the second constructor with one parameter. The output of the program will be x10, y20, x30, y0. Inheritance is a mechanism in object-oriented programming that allows a class, the child class, to inherit properties and behaviors from another class called the parent class. In this example, the child class extends the parent class, which means that it inherits all the non-private members of the parent class, including the field x in the method1. Child class also has its own fields y and methods method2 and print values, which are specific to the child class. In the main method, an instance of the child class is created and the print values method is called on it. The output of the program is value of x is equals to 10. The output of the program is value of x is equals to 10, value of y is equals to 20. You can see that the child class inherits the variable x from the parent class and it has its own variable y.
Welcome to our pre-final examination using NetBeans. Today I will discuss how to use inheritance in mechanism. Inheritance is a mechanism in object-oriented programming in which a class inherits the properties and methods of another class known as the superclass or base class. This allows for code reusability and make it easier to create new classes that are related to existing ones. In this example, the shape class has a draw method which is overridden in the rectangle and circle classes. The main class creates object of the rectangle and circle classes and assign them to a shape object that is called the draw method on the shape object which will call the overridden method in the rectangle or circle class. Today we will move on to polymorphism. In polymorphism, this is the ability of an object to take on many forms. It allows objects of different classes to be treated as object of a common superclass. This allows for this allows for more flexible and reusable code. In this example, the shape class has draw method which is overridden in the rectangle and circle class. The main class creates object of the rectangle and circle class and assign them to a shape object. Then it calls the draw method on the shape object which will call the overridden method in the rectangle or circle.
So let's discuss about the abstract class. So first, what is an abstract class? It is a class that cannot be instantiated and is meant to be used as a base for other classes that extend it. An abstract class can have both abstract and concrete methods. An abstract method is a method that has a signature but no implementation, while a concrete method has both a signature and an implementation. In this example, the abstract class abstracts defines an abstract method called printMessage, which does not have any implementation. The class concrete extends abstracts and provides an implementation for the printMessage method. When the main method is executed, it creates an instance of the concrete class and calls the printMessage method on it, which in turn prints hello class to the console. This program is a simple example of how abstract classes and methods work, in which the abstract class defines a contract for the concrete class to implement. So let's discuss interface. So what is interface? It is an contract that defines a set of methods that a class must implement. In this example, the interface example defines a single method called printMessage. The class test implements the example interface, which means it must provide an implementation for the printMessage method. The class does this by defining a printMessage method with the same signature as the one in the interface. When the main method is executed, it creates an instance of the test class and calls the printMessage method on it, which in turn prints hello from the example class to the console.